Hi, I'm Mr. Sam, the allotment man, and that's my dad. And we're sort of out of lockdown, but not quite. So let's have a look at the allotment. So then, we're now in the allotment. This is Dad's allotment, my old allotment sort of thing, in the back garden allotment. And we're doing it, is that 2 metres? I don't think it said on the news we don't have to be 2 metres away anymore.
Why? When?
I don't know. This morning.
No.
It says we're now in a bubble. I'm in a supportive bubble.
You're supporting me?
A supporting bubble.
No, it only works if you're
That's
on
because
your own.
that's because you're an endangered species.
That's true.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Right. So, Dad,
Yes.
can you tell us in a loud voice, because we're sharing the microphone on my shoulder, sort of thing, so they can hear you.
I thought that was
A bit.
bumblebee.
A bumblebee. Mm.
Yeah. Okay. These
Right.
are the onions.
I'll tell you what, because we're keeping distance and that. But come here.
Yeah.
Right. There you go.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Oh God.
Go on.
That's not 2 metres.
Oh, shut up.
Right. These are the onions, and they are just about there and ready to come out. They're nice and big, but we've had lots and lots and lots of dry weather. In May, we didn't have any rain at all, so they've gone up. And
What did you do? Did you water them?
no, not much. I did a bit, but only. Sometimes you get these. They go to seed if they don't get enough water. And there's
Is that like a cry for help?
Yeah, well, they go to seed because they think they're dying, and so they chuck out seed for the next generation.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's for. But because if they go to seed, they're not worth eating.
Right.
There's a little. It looks like a seed pod comes up near the top, and I don't think I can see any. I hope not. Then you just cut that shoot off. And
you cut it quite near the top, so
well, that's
so you don't leave it hollow.
That's right.
Because
Yeah.
if you leave it hollow, the rain can get in.
That's
if you've
right.
got rain,
Yeah,
it'll rot.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
But since the end of May, we've had quite a decent amount of rain. It was nice rain too, not too heavy.
Right.
And we are in the position where they're starting to die over there, and they will gradually fall over. Then you pull them out, let them lay them on the ground if it's nice and dry. If not, hang them up.
In the greenhouse.
No, outside. Lots of air.
All right. Okay.
And then they dry. The outside skin dries off.
Right.
Unless it is really raining a lot, then you'd put them in the greenhouse. But you need to leave the air circulating through the door and the windows.
There you go. There's a top tip.
Top tip.
Top tip.
Right. So hopefully they're nice size ones. These are red ones. And you can tell the white from the red ones because the red ones are red. And the white ones are white-ish.
Unbelievable. Ish. Are they Spanish onions?
No, I bought them up the road.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, these are sort of an onion. These are...
Shallots.
They are actually what they call Lisbon, I think.
Lisbon.
Or is that leeks?
I've just
Can't
seen
remember.
it in the supermarket, Spanish onions.
Oh yeah, they are.
They're the big, huge ones.
Yeah, they are. They're nice. I like them.
Right.
But these are. I think they're a Japanese something or other. Can't remember. These are shallots, which are a sort of onion. But when you put one onion set in, one gives you 3 or 4, sometimes more.
And they are ideal for
Pickling
onions for
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah, and I've just finished the last jar from last year.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
I thought there was a smell.
Moving on.
Moving on.
These
Right.
are,
Potatoes.
and they are now. They are just about ready. I say that, but they're flowering anyway.
Yeah, and they look very healthy.
They do, luckily so far.
Yeah.
But whether or not there's any potatoes there is another matter because we have not had any rain until the last few days.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave them a bit longer, and hopefully they'll develop. We'll see. What I have to do is just sort of scratch away and have a look.
Okay.
You see later on. This is what I've done, which you should never do.
What's that?
Is there tomatoes?
Tomatoes and
Um,
potatoes.
Yeah, because
Bad news.
it is bad news because you can encourage blight.
Well, why did you do that?
I don't care. That's why.
Okay.
But no, you shouldn't really. But we've got a very small space, and it's been very dry, and you tend to get blight when it's
You just wanted to do it.
Well, you get blight when it's very
Damp.
warm and damp. So it's a bit of a risk, but
There you go. I think you might go out of shot if you go any further.
well, you
No,
keep
no.
getting closer. Go on, move back.
All right, there you go. All right, okay, right.
Right,
We're at maximum.
right.
Okay.
So that's the tomatoes and potatoes. They're part of the same family, but if one gets blight, the other will just go as well.
Right, okay. Peppers.
Peppers, yes.
Down there.
Tesco peppers.
Yeah.
Other supermarkets are.
I've got some of your peppers back in our little patch.
Yeah, well, when they've.
They're slower than tomatoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they get going though. They will actually get quite big.
Yeah.
Peppers, and these are the long ones, you know, which. Some are what they call the bell ones, which are the
Yeah.
most common.
Are they sweet? Or
They're all
not?
sweet.
They're all sweet.
Yeah, the long ones, they're sweeter, I think, and they're good for stuffing with halloumi cheese, and then you bake them in the oven and with garlic oil.
Kath would like that because she's a vegetarian and she likes halloumi cheese.
It is lovely, or you can stuff any sort of cheese in them. It's whatever it takes. And what I do is chop raw onion, halloumi, and ordinary cheese. You know, any cheese. Halloumi doesn't melt, whereas others do. And you sort of just bake them a bit till they're slightly grilled, sort of, and then have them as a starter or a main course if you have them with something. You don't know? No.
Okay, right. Okay, what
And,
else you got?
Squashes.
Squashes. Oh, you put them in pots?
I put them in pots this time to
Okay.
see if I can keep the slugs and that away.
Oh, okay.
Because whatever you do, I'm trying not to use slug pellets, and I haven't so far,
You know
touch
what I've
wood.
been using?
Coffee grounds?
No.
Oh.
Eggshells.
Yes,
Because we get through like hundreds of eggs.
you would.
And so...
Yeah, they'll do.
Every
And
time I
crunch
get an
them
egg,
up.
but I wash them first.
Do you? Right.
Because when you crush them up, they all get slimy and stuff. So I wash the slime off because I just want the sharp
Why
bits.
don't you just let them dry?
Because I don't want them hanging around. So
Mm.
anyway, I just wash them quickly.
Crunch them up.
Crunch them up, and there's about 30 or 40 eggshells in there, and we haven't had any problems.
No.
But I
No.
did have those little beetle things.
Oh, the wire things. Wire
Oh.
worms, aren't they?
No, well, I forget. I did put them on the video.
Did you?
I will look.
I never watch it.
No.
Mm.
But I caught a few of them in a little. There were slug traps. I thought it was slugs, but they're not. But they drowned in there instead. So
Ah.
I know, but you know. But the lettuces are coming up nicely,
Yeah.
like yours. They've got
Yeah.
lettuces over there, and then you got some courgette plants here as well.
No.
No?
They are
What?
pumpkins,
Oh,
actually.
they're pumpkins, are
Mm, yeah.
they? Oh, okay.
And they're starting to creep.
Yeah.
So there's the squashes.
Where are they going to go? Because they can't stay there.
I'm going to keep them in pots.
Ooh. It's an interesting.
Yeah, because they take up too much room. So if you put them in pots, you can move them. And I'm even entertaining the idea of putting them on a stick, you know, on a frame.
On a pedestal.
Yeah, and then sort of build like you would tomatoes in the greenhouse.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Right.
What have we got behind us?
You didn't break it, did you?
No, I didn't break it, no.
These are French runner beans. They're not runner. These are the French variety.
I'm not sure if you're distorting that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're far too loud.
Oh.
No, you're not. Okay, right. So
These-
French runner beans.
Yeah. When you say French beans, normally they're sort of a squat bush type thing.
Right.
But these are ones that go up to the top, hopefully.
And they're very nice.
And they are like the French ones, which I prefer.
Yeah.
and they're good for all sorts of cooking as well.
Very good. And here we've got carrots.
Yes, but in a
Okay.
box.
If you want to know how we do our carrots, look up a video which says how we plant our carrots.
Yeah.
It's been very popular lately.
Although I didn't plant those like that, but yes. Oh no, Tyler planted those.
Did he?
Yep.
Oh, okay, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then you put some onion in there as well.
Yes.
I'm presuming it's to prevent carrot fly.
Well, it's supposed to, yeah.
Because so the carrots, that smell of the onions is supposed to overpower the smell of the carrots. So then but these are off the ground quite far away.
Yes.
So the carrot fly only fly about.
Because last year I didn't do them with onions in.
But we don't really have. Did you get carrot fly?
I have done. Yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do occasionally, but not in these last year. So
Right.
this year I'm doing them with onions to see if that keeps them off.
Right.
And then
There you go.
I don't know what
hold on to that. I'm just going to move the camera over to this side. So,
Right.
so you move, and it'll be like nice. There you go. Well, actually, I'm just going to look. This is just a bit.
about there.
There you go. I'm just going to move it there. There you go. So we can talk about this one.
Right. It's like Death Aid. This. Yes.
When did you get old?
No, that is when I go litter picking in the streets.
All right. Okay.
But I found it useful when Harriet was round the other day. We couldn't reach the ones in the middle with this screen up. This is a carrot fly screen, by the way.
Yeah.
And so I thought, I know, you just loosen them and then you can
Tease them out.
pull them out with that.
Very good. So what we've got in here, we've got
Swedes. These are.
Swedes.
Now this is interesting, actually. If I find Swedes quite interesting.
Don't promise things that you can't deliver on.
True, but this is an experiment.
Right.
Because I planted them up the other end, and you see those are a bit bigger.
They are a bit bigger. Oh, is this about light, is it?
Could be, but I think it's more the fact that they say don't transplant Swedes because they don't like it.
Right.
So they've said that before about carrots and all sorts of things, and we've done it and it's worked. So I thought I'd try it with.
So were these transplanted then?
Those ones are transplanted, and you see they are a bit behind because when you transplant anything, it will always, what they call check it, and it will slow down for a week or so. And because of the dry weather, that didn't help. But then those were the same, so they're okay.
But
and
they've been sown directly?
They've been sown and growing where they were sown, yeah.
Oh, okay. Very
But
good.
what I did is those ones were there, and then I just carefully, as long as you don't touch the roots too much, I think you might get away with it.
Yeah.
We'll see though, but it's worth a go. And they were going to come out anyway, because you thin them out.
Oh, you take them from there and put them there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You thin them out anyway because they have to be about 18 inches apart. So hopefully they'll get quite big.
Right.
In
More carrots?
Yeah, those and those were put in a couple of weeks. Those about a month ago, and those about a couple of weeks ago, and that was under our Acme patented system.
Oh yeah, if you use that, you have to pay us a penny per carrot.
That's where we put them in the guttering and start them off and then slide them into the ground.
Yeah.
And these ones are great. Those ones are recovering, but there are some holes, but they do seem to be coming through.
Yeah. Then we've got radishes.
Yes.
Radishes.
And then more carrots.
We've eaten all our radishes.
Have you?
They weren't very popular.
No, they're acquired taste.
Yeah.
I like them. They're nice chopped up in.
Yeah, well,
you can stuff them in peppers with the halloumi,
Good. There we are. And then more.
Those carrots. Can you see those ones though? They were planted. They were seeded there.
Oh, okay. That's why they ain't done very well.
Well, it just wondered, doesn't it? You know,
Yeah.
but you can't always tell. The weather's been a bit you know, iffy for carrots.
Right, and then we've got our...
More carrots.
Yeah, we've done carrots.
Right, I like carrots.
I know.
Yeah.
And then we've got raspberries, just right over there.
Yes, yes.
But there's nothing really happening with them at the moment.
No, they're
Not
starting
worrying
to
about that.
develop their flowers, but they're not there yet.
So there you go. That's it outside. We're going to have a look inside the greenhouse.
Yeah.
I think. Yes,
Hmm.
let's go have a look at the greenhouse. Right, we're in the greenhouse now, but I'm going to duck out to get on the camera because there's not really a lot of room in here, and I might have the lurgy. So I'm going to give it to Dad. He's looking a bit anxious. Right, hang on a minute. You have to move the camera.
Right.
Go on then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. We've only got a couple of things in here, 3 things in here, and that is tomatoes, cucumbers, and behind me are some peppers, which again they're safety net if in case those peppers don't work outside and these should inside the greenhouse. Now the cucumbers, let's take this off. I'll tell you about that in a minute. There we are. These are growing quite well, and there's lots of flowers starting to come. You can just see them there and there. These are about a month been in here planted, so they're doing quite well. Do a bit of weeding while I'm here, and they don't like being watered too much from this end because they tend to rot. So I put them in this tray.
You need a tray.
You do need a tray.
You need a tray.
And in there is water, and you can put tomerite, whatever you want to feed them with to make them grow bigger. And there will come a point where I'll snip the tops off because they'll be, they'll just take over otherwise. Now this is on here. Last year I used a bit of polythene that was this rotted away basically. And this helps keep the humidity in because they like it humid, but bless their hearts, the tomatoes don't. So that's how you do it, and then they're happy together. With the tomatoes, all you do with these is feed them once every other feed. Once the flowers have set and you've got a tiny tomato on them. I don't think there are any on just yet, but they will be in a day or two.
I can see one.
Can you?
Down there, on the first one. Just round.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There we go. So they need feeding. It depends on what food you use, but this one I think it says every other time you water, put this in the water.
And do you have to keep the wet at all times?
Well, dampish, not. See, that's okay. It's just sort of damp.
Oh, okay.
You don't need to water them that much. In fact, they did an experiment I was listening to on the radio where they gave them only, I don't know, it was a tiny amount, about 100 millilitres, which is not much at all.
No.
Every day, and they got better plants, they reckoned. But because I think the things were fighting to, they wanted to make more fruit.
Oh, right.
To keep the species going. Do you see what I mean?
A bit like the onions.
Bit like the onions. I mean, that's all their plants do is like human beings, really. They procreate for the next generation. We
Not
just
trying to make salad, are they?
No, not often, no. And the other thing is with the ones in here, as opposed to the tomatoes outside, these ones I put up a cane and tie them to that, and then you pick out the side shoots. And there's some there, and I'll do that. Pick that one out, and there's another one there, and that means that you get one straight stem, and the theory is all the goodness goes to the flowers and not to the leaves. And in fact, I chopped back the leaves as well a bit, so by the end of the season, you have essentially one stem and only very few leaves, and the rest is tomato. And it's easier to pick them as well, and less water. And they keep, you know, it doesn't do them any harm as long as they got a few to make their chlorophyll. Chlorophyll. Sorry.
Something like that.
It's the stuff. It's not the stuff you put on your teeth, is it?
I hope not.
Chlorophyll.
You'd have tomatoey breath.
You would.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Anyway,
and
it's the thing that makes them go green, basically.
Well, there you go.
Mm.
So that's what we've got in the greenhouse.
Yeah, and those are coming on. They're a bit slower, but they're nice sturdy stems, as you can see.
Peppers.
Peppers.
Yeah.
And oh, that's a basil plant still in there. They're allegedly lettuce seeds planted, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong with lettuces. I really don't, but I can't grow them. The ones outside I got from plants off my friend Neville.
Mine are doing. I gave you some as well.
Yeah, they're there.
All right. Good.
The weedy ones.
Right.
Okay.
And that's that. So I think it's some final words, is it?
Yeah, I was going to say just one more thing about the tomatoes outside. I just let them go. I don't pick them out. I don't do anything. I put a sort of frame, but it's up to them. And they seem to grow just as well. So if you got the space, that's the way to do it. Yeah.
All right then. Right then. So that's it. That's our troll around the allotment and stuff after. Well, it's not after lockdown. It's sort of. Well, we're allowed to meet each other outside in the garden. Eased lockdown, which I think is probably quite sensible, actually.
Well, it's getting better, but it's not over.
It's not over till the fat lady sings.
No. And,
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to go out at all.
Are you allowed to say that?
What?
Until the fat lady sings anymore.
You just did.
Well, it's just a saying. It's not offensive, is it? Is it?
Not if you're a lady that can sing and who happens to be a bit big. No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Right. Anyway, if anyone's offended by that, sorry about that. But there you go. But anyway, so that's that. So, any final thoughts?
Well, the carrots are good this year.
Yeah, you had mentioned that. So that's it. So anyway, from me, Mr. Sam, the allotment man, and from Dad, we'll see you next time. Hopefully, a little sooner than this.
Yeah.
Right then.
Hope so.
And happy growing.
Happy growing.